Okay, I can't join on you for some reason. I can't join on you. I think your server might be full. So I'm gonna join on Breezy. And maybe it works. I don't know if it's a launcher thing where we're in different versions of the launcher. But well, then I have no idea. Maybe it's full. Maybe they changed that so it doesn't show the amount of people, it just says unavailable. So yeah. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Hello.
Welcome to the ASOS Storage Vehicle Collection. Your vehicle has been delivered. Please visit us again.
Okay, we've got the ghost. The ghost with the most. Okay, that was weird. You ever get in an elevator and you see the vastness of space right before the door's closed? And wonder what you're gonna see when the doors open? And suddenly get kind of worried as to whether or not you're gonna actually arrive at the same place you just left for no reason? Yeah, this game's a lot like Starship Troopers. You spend all your time fighting bugs. Okay, we're not doing bunker runs tonight, so we don't need the anti-radiation meds. Honestly, we don't need any of the ammo. Honestly, I don't need the radiation suit either, but... Lag. Okay, everything should be off the suit. Move all to inventory. Up. Come on. Okay. I may have made a mistake in that I didn't have my armor here. So... I don't know where my other undersuit went. Well, we're gonna have to put this on. I don't have any shoes. Oh. I stole this outfit on a planet last night and didn't even think about shoes or having anything. And I know I was wearing an undersuit when I put on that radiation outfit because I had to have been, yeah. And yet, when I just put it on, and you see it took the radiation suit off. So my undersuit that matched my armor that I was wearing the other night is gone. So I have to wear the basic starter undersuit now. So we'll put on the armor that I looted, which is just basically a random set. I don't need the backpack, so we'll take drinks. And, you know, why not take an extra mag? Just in case. Stock up the suit. You never know what I'm gonna run into. We'll take a couple mags. Yeah, it sure would be nice to have some grenades. Okay, I've got those. Got that, that, and oh, yeah, no backpack. So that's a thing. So I can't carry a lot. I can't carry that much, but I don't need that much, so we're gonna just do that. I should bring my pistol. If it'll let me bring my pistol. Okay. Yeah, there it is. There's my rifle. Yeah, I can't even put that backpack on because that's the heavy pack and this is medium. Oh, light armor. Okay. Wait a minute. How does it keep taking a mag off of me? Lag, that's how. Okay, well, we're bringing this. I said we're bring. Really? Really? Okay. Stay. Good. Okay. Got my pistol, got my rifle. That is my medicine tool. That's my tractor beam. Got med pins, ammo in my suit. I've got grenades. Can never have too many grenades. Got my drinks. We're good. Yeah. Seriously? Oh, this game. Yeah, remember what I said about fighting bugs? This is one of them. Can't turn. can't open my menu to quit, to leave servers, so I have to tab out, force close the goddamn game, start the launcher again.
Alt F4.
Honey, I know Alt F4. I've known it since middle school. Thank you. Thank you, though. I love you. It says the game is still running. And it's not, because I've closed it. There we go. Now it's starting back up again. Can't join on them. Can't join on my partner. Can't join on my squad mates. Okay. You know what they say. If at first you don't succeed, try again. 5th time's the charm. Yeah, this game has raised almost $1 billion with a B dollars, and its claim to fame is loading into games, or at least playing games, in a immersive environment that is completely fluid, with no transitions or loading screens or anything that would take you out of the immersion of the game. Until you try to access your inventory and get soft locked so you can't turn, move, exit, change servers, access your inventory, pull a weapon, or do anything other than look at a wall. Immersive. To the point you have to force close the game to start back into it again, to do anything. Money well spent. In the words of Brad Pitt and Shia LaBeouf from the movie Fury, best game I ever played. Question mark?
Takeoff complete.
So this is something you yearn to see each and every time you try to leave space dock. Someone's ship destroyed in the docking ring. And honestly, I have no idea what that used to be. Oh, that used to be... I think that used to be a guardian. Let's scan it and see what it was. I'm pretty sure that was a guardian, or as we like to call it, the TIE Interceptor from Star Wars. That's what they kind of copied because it has angular V-shaped wings on the outside. It's the Guardian MX Heavy Fighter, and if I remember correctly, that is the one that usually has a ton of missiles. And right now, it looks like it's got some CF repeaters on it. I believe those are size 4s. I think they're rhinos. You can see he had a bad day trying to leave space dock because he ripped off 3 of his wings. Which is funny because that's actually supposed to be a heavy fighter with a lot of hit points. If we look at his parts, what's left is 12 missiles with 1 wing, 3 guns, which are you say gun, I say gone, and the CF-447 Rhinos, which are size 4s. And let's hope he still had that fire extinguisher, because it looks like he probably needed it. So, if anyone's out at Pyro, there's a ship here that you can get a gun off of and maybe scrap it. And if you wouldn't mind getting it out of the way of my hangar, that would be great.
Shields offline. Landing gear raised.
So, mercenary work. Normally, I'm working on Foxwell enforcement. Normally, there's a mission here that says treat yourself to a fight, and it pays out 80,000 credits. But it's not there right now. And I hate doing these backup missions because half the time the ship's already almost dead. Security sweep. We'll do that. 50 grand. Set a course for the patrol coordinates.
Foxwell here. Thanks for taking the contract. Make sure to gear up before you head out on patrol.
Is now on.
Some of these missions are hard enough to do when you're with a team, much less by yourself. And I just had a margarita. And I'm gonna try to give some good entertainment tonight. Make an ass out of myself in the process, so we'll see how it goes. Had this woodchuck hard cider, Granny Smith flavored, in the fridge for a while. A long while. But it's the last alcoholic beverage I have in the fridge, so we're going to try to keep the wave going and see if we can stay relaxed and have a little fun.
Running a scan. Maintain your position.
It vaguely tastes like apple.
Heads up. Got hostiles at your location.
Apple-ish.
Shields offline.
Okay, we're gonna go. So when we're in quantum,
Online.
our detectable range is about 10 kilometers out, so I like to drop out of quantum, usually within that 10-kilometer range, so I disappear off their scope, but he is behind an asteroid. So we're just going to try to creep in there. Right now my detectable range, radar is 5.7, which we're well within. He still has not responded or even opened fire. We're going to cut throttle. Make sure he stays down. Wait for dispatch. So we have a second wave incoming. Or not.
Don't see anything here.
Okay. Heading to the next waypoint. Calibrating.
Drive is now on.
Wait, this is supposed to be a patrol. They are not supposed to have us jumping 34 gigameters or 34 goth mommies away with each jump. We're in a fighter. We don't have that much fuel. That's ridiculous. That's a 6-minute jump. What do they expect us to do this in? A Star Lancer with a full crew? I can do this with my Constellation all day, but not in a little fighter. Anyone nearish to Bloom able to pick up a couple folks? Ship blew up. Tried ramming me 50 times, still died. Who jumped in our hangar? You know, we were supposed to have an update any day now. I'm hoping that it fixes half of what we're dealing with. I don't know how people are appearing in other people's hangar other than hackers. Apparently there are a number of people using cheater software that have gotten around the anti-cheat methods, and they are showing up, and you'll watch them, and they just follow you until you get into a shuttle or an elevator.
Quantum fuel is at
And if anyone's around you, they can see just... Well, if you've ever played Skyrim and you loot someone for their clothing, that's about what it's like. They take off your shirt, and your pants, and your boots, and your arms, and your helmet, until you're just in your underwear, and then they hit another button and you die. You wake up in the med center with nothing on except your skivvies. And the devs are trying to fix that right now. They say they know about it, but they also say not to carry anything valuable that you're afraid of losing, like a custom armor set that, by the way, you have to buy from their online store with real currency. And then a hacker supposedly might be able to steal that off of you. Thanks, Chris Roberts. Please fix your game. Please? I love playing it. I want to keep playing it. I want to recruit more people to play it so I have a team to crew the $1,147 worth of ships that I've bought. That would be great. I'd love to be able to invite people to play a game that they can actually load into and play for more than 5 minutes without getting frustrated because their stuff disappeared a week after they started in the last update. You wouldn't know what that's like, would you, honey? I beg your pardon, good bitch, but what the fuck? I just went into quantum and my ship went stop.
Okay.
Hold tight while I scan the sector.
Hey, no. Rory, stop. Stop! You know how hard it is to dogfight when there's an actual dog licking you? Stop! Rory! No! Okay, so we have a...
Looks all clear.
I'll clear my ass. That is, I believe, a Vanguard, which is a heavy fighter. Sorry, Foxwell, we are definitely not clear here. Got 3 hostiles on my scope right now.
Shields hit.
Yeah, I don't want to get smacked by that giant cannon he's got on the nose.
Target destroyed.
Got him. Boom. That looks like an Asgard. Not too worried about him. He's only got 4 size 3s up in the nose. He doesn't have 6 size 3s in the nose. But he's crude. He's got turret gunners.
Shields offline. Shields online.
Those turrets hit kind of hard.
Lock.
Let's say hello.
Shields hit. Shield down.
Come on. Oh, he's right next to a station too. That's not good for me. Those turrets will eat me before he does.
Lock.
Say hello to my little friends. Full reverse. We are still in an asteroid field. Gotta be mindful of that. Don't want to back up into a big airplane killing rock. Like that ever happens.
Lock.
Hey, buddy. Catch.
Shields hit.
Okay. I am pretty sure I turned on my HUD. And yet, I has no HUD.
Target destroyed.
Gotcha! Okay, let's try to fix our HUD while we have a moment to breathe. Yeah, looks like I missed a couple of settings. Okay,
Shields
spin
offline.
up the FTL. Next patrol coordinates. There we go. Quantum beacon.
Is now on.
Another 33 goth mommies away. I'm gonna need about $5 on pump 4. They're paying a fuel surcharge for this mission. I did not expect to go this much distance in between combat. Usually, it's like 2 gigameters, 2 goth mommies. Not 33, not 36, definitely not multiple jumps of the same.
Altitude is at 50%.
Probably going to be at about 30% fuel when we drop out here. Which this better finish the mission because I really hope I have enough gas to get back to the station. This was not supposed to be such a long distance operation. Plus I'm down to 4 missiles. Suppose I should start figuring out where my fuel stop's gonna be. Okay, so we're going to Oh, we're gonna be around Bloom. There's obituaries right there. In orbit around Bloom. So we've got a service station here. Have them fill it up while we're there. Refuel, rearm. He's got medium and large landing pads. Docking for large ships. He's got vehicle services, which means fuel and ammo. There's a clinic with tier 2 beds, commodity trading, weapon shop, armor, clothing, and a food court. So, you know, you can get some Sparrows or Panda Express while you're there. Because everyone likes to not have to eat roller grill when they're doing piracy missions in deep space. And you know what? We're running kinda low. I think we might just make a little detour now. If I can get it to zoom into the correct distance.
Quantum fuel is at 25%.
25%.
Shields offline. Quantum drive is now off.
This is not exactly a good neighborhood to be
Is now on.
slowing down, dropping out of FTL.
Quantum drive is now off.
Yeah, this neighborhood is kind of like North Kansas City. If you had, you know, more pirates. Come on, come on, come on. Don't run into the station.
Shields online. Docking
Speed brakes.
Docking contact received. Docking denied.
Denied?
Docking initiated.
No docking ports?
Contact received. Landing gear raised.
Definitely not what I want to hear. Come on. Turn on our speed limiter.
Docking
Gear down. Retro thrusters.
Docking contact received. Docking denied. Landing gear online. Landing complete.
Denied. After I'm already in port.
All systems.
Yeah. Now you tell me. Repairs weren't too bad. We weren't as damaged as we thought, but 30 grand for ammo. I mean, I only fired 12 missiles. 12 at 30 grand is what? About 2,500 per shot. I was usually firing volleys of 4, so 10 grand a pop. Give or take. Come on.
All systems online.
There we go. Alright, repaired, refueled, and rearmed.
Takeoff complete.
Ever since this last update, there's been what we call thruster wash, or as I call ground effect. A little bit of turbulence when you're in a confined space that you constantly have to fight, which makes things interesting, to say the least.
Docking denied.
Having a higher altitude off the ground does not seem to help. You know, putting it in forward gear does seem to help, though.
Shields
Okay.
offline.
Alright, pirates.
Quantum drive is now on.
last stop in the patrol. I wouldn't doubt it, since it's kind of brought us full circle back around
As though you're
PYRO
any
1.
rescuers, you should be seeing waypoints. Make your way to each one and aim your skill.
Okay, Foxwell, I see one waypoint. Only one. Remaining areas to search, 3.
Shields online. Okay.
I don't know about 3. Let's scan this satellite.
Hold tight. That satellite isn't registered. You're clear to take it out.
We got 22
Let's
kilometers.
move
20.
Shields offline. Shields online.
Okay, that satellite's good. Clear to proceed.
Shields offline.
On to the next one.
Shields online.
Oh, nope, 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 nope. I keep forgetting it takes me out of scan mode whenever I cycle
Yep,
between
that
quantum
satellite is friendly and functional. Let's move on.
combat. So we're good.
And with that, our work here is done.
Mission complete. So I spent 20,000 on ammo. I got paid 50. And that's what happens when you fire missiles. And there's no other missions out here except this Wicklow, which is back in the other system, because they won't limit us to missions that are in our location. There aren't even any piracy missions? Well, that's weak. Fine. Alright. What's that? Come on. No, I scrolled up. Zoom in. Come on. This game. There we go. Obituary.
Hey, nice work. Fox will appreciate it. Get your money set.
Welcome to the stream, Kitty. Hey, 7. This is 7 of 9 lives. My Texas trucker cat. And my other kitten, Catherine Jane Meow, is a little camera shy. She's just shy, period. Oh, yeah, you don't want to jump down there where the doggos, do you? Nope. Well, you know what? You came into the room. Frankly, I thought I had closed the door.
Multi-track is now on.
Go. Okay, what do we got? Hey, there it is.
Engines online. Takeoff complete. Shields offline.
Yeah, spin up your FTL drive while you're in space dock. That's always a good idea. And that's why you don't spool it up while you're in space dock.
All systems offline. Enfield Aerospace. All systems online. Bottom drive is now off.
Yeah, my allergies this year have been horrible.
Bogey.
Wait, what do we got? Where is he?
Shields online.
Oh, contact?
Bogey.
Another F7. Yep, he's in a Ghost Mark 1. So he's got 2 size 3s on the wings, a single size 4 on the roof, maybe a couple of 2s on the nose. I know I'm a lot more heavily armed than that. Come on.
Target destroyed.
Gotcha. That looks like a Gladius, and it is. He's only got 2, I believe, size 3s. He sees me.
Shields hit.
And my friend Winter says that they prefer the Gladius because it has better nose authority. It's more maneuverable to keep those guns on target. I say,
Target
good
destroyed.
as getting nose on target if you die before you can do it. Contract complete. What's next? Let's do it to it.
Shields offline.
So this is more like it, 55 megameters. It's like a 10-second jump.
Bottom drive is now off.
Full throttle, kick in the afterburners,
Shields offline.
kick off our shields and our weapons to go stealthier. As soon as we drop out of quantum, our detectability will only be like 1.5 kilometers. So as soon as we drop out, if they even see us, we will disappear immediately.
Okay.
And then once I'm in range, come on. This is not good.
Shields online.
Woo. Thank you, countermeasures. Alright, he's in a... Oh, what's that thing called? It's a giant flying wing.
Shields in.
Come on.
Target destroyed.
And he's toast.
Shields
Back into
offline.
quantum. And look for the next mission. So far, so good. We haven't had to resort to any missiles. We're still at full health. Minimal damage,
Bottom drive is now
if
on.
any.
Bottom drive is now off. Engines offline.
So now we're going sneaky, sneaky. Give it a straight shot right up the middle. Not in danger of hitting anything yet.
Okay.
Go cold.
Shields online. Shields offline. Shields online.
Alright. Where'd he go? Where is he? There you are.
Okay.
Okay, so he's in an Aegis Vanguard, which is a heavy fighter. You can see that big honking gun on his nose. And he's angry! He's angry! Slip in under him, come on.
Target destroyed.
And the quarterback is toast. Stay down. Oh, what did that say? Power plant distortion. Oh, he had disruptors. There we go, course plotted.
Shields offline.
So that power plant distortion, those disruptor weapons he's got, he shoots us with those until our power plant basically gets hit with an EMP from concentrated firepower, and it shuts us down for 5 minutes. And then we're easy pickings, easy to kill. So we definitely don't want to stay in front of his guns. I've got a build where I've got those on the nose of one of my fighters, but the problem is that they're only size 2. So they don't do a lot of damage and don't have a lot of effect. I need to rebuild my ship with all disruptors all the way around and have 6 hard points, and that should knock people out really quick. Then I can have my partner come in with a little cargo ship and we can hijack the ship, kill the pilot, steal the ship, strip it clean, steal the cargo. Pretty much whatever we want.
Shields, weapons offline. Engines offline.
So we're out of quantum, we're coasting, shut everything down but radar in our cooler. And just scan. And look at our EM signature drop below 1.5 kilometers. Thermal, we still have our power plant and our cooler and our radar active, so we're giving off a little bit of heat. Radar signature I can't do anything about, that's the size and the shape of our ship, it's 5.7 kilometers. So if they actively ping or actively scan like we just did, they'll pick up our pip. But with that low EM signature, they won't be able to lock on if they're using task force electromagnetic seeking missiles. But if they're using heat signature signals on their missiles, then they can lock onto us. Also, if they have a missile that uses cross-section, which is just like sonar or radar, they can lock on and they can hit us, which would be bad since we're running with our shields offline. But we're counting on going under the radar, as it were, and sneaking in here and scanning, just taking a peek until we can find our enemy, which is up there.
Bogey.
So, locked on, it looks like he's in a prowler.
All systems offline. Anvil Aerospace. All systems online.
A Vandal Scythe. I don't think I've seen one of those before. We're in close. We're in 3.5 kilometers. Coming into weapons range. Yep, he knows we're here now. Okay, that's one of the new alien ships.
Shields hit. Target destroyed.
And he barely got a shot off. So this one kind of looks like a flying wing, or almost like a Cylon Raider. It looks kind of like a bug. Kind of got blasted into smithereens, but you can see the cockpit. It looks like he's got some bespoke cannons on it. A couple of really big guns. And that's weird. The cockpit's offset. I guess that's to help with mass balancing of the airframe, since it's got the one big wing and the offset cannons on it. I just hate ships that aren't symmetrical. They look weird.
Shields offline.
Okay, next mission. at 9,700,186 credits. Trying to get up to 10 million for the night before I get offline. A couple more of these missions. Well, like 4 would be 320,000. That'll get us over 10. Assuming I don't have any major expenses or ammo. So this plus 3 more missions will be at just over 10 million. And I'll be happy for the night.
Drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
Okay, scanning. It's almost clear dead ahead. We are decoupled. Cut throttle. Drop us out of quantum. Now we can turn without affecting the ship's movement. Our engines are still online. Okay, but we're at 0 throttle, we're fine. We're decoupled. Target's over here. Let's throttle up. Let's get on the trajectory to intercept. Aim nose on. Cut engines. Cut throttle. Cut weapons and shields. And sneak up on them.
Weapons online. Bogey. Shields hit.
Come on.
Shield down.
Yeah. That is the Reliant Core. I like to call it like the B-Wing from Star Wars. That's what it looks like, a giant flying wing with a bubble cockpit. And it can twist 90 degrees to realign the cockpit seat for landing or for combat. Come on, little hornet.
Target destroyed.
What do we got here?
Target destroyed.
Well, whatever he was, he didn't last long.
Shields offline.
Alright, this is the furthest jump we've had on this loop so far, 3.6 Gotham bodies away. It's about a 2-minute flight, give or take. Actually, it looks like it's gonna be much less. Still looking good, still barely any damage to our ship, just a little bit to the front, the bubble cockpit. Everything else looks good.
Quantum drive is now off.
cursor right up the middle. Decouple, cut throttle. Nose in. Shut off the quantum drive. Shut off the engines. And we're gonna coast. Okay, target's down there.
Engines online. Shields hit.
Come on. Using that same little bug ship. Come on.
Target destroyed. Shields offline.
I may have completed that mission a little too quickly. The next one hasn't had a chance to pop up yet. So, let's back out. Try to go back in. Refresh it a little bit. There we go. Just reset.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now
I love it when they're close. Okay. Decoupled, throttle down,
shields
quantum
online.
off.
Weapons offline.
And we're coasting.
Bogey.
Okay. No, we don't want him. That's a constellation. They might still be out of target range.
Engines online. Bogey.
Target acquired.
Engines.
Oh, better kick them all on. Okay, we're recoupled. 4 clicks. Okay, that's a similar alien ship. That looks like the Blade. I like to call that the Cylon Raider, if anyone's actually watched Battlestar Galactica in the last 20 years.
Shields hit.
looks like the blade, almost.
Target destroyed.
Let's see, I'm curious. The glaive. It's similar. It's still got that dual prong flying wing look to it. A little bit more lateral instead of curved out. Almost looks like a Romulan warbird from the newer Trek movies. And he's toast.
Shields offline.
Okay, we're at 9,941,000. This mission will put us over 10 million. Course plotted. Blacking out in an asteroid field is never a good thing.
Drive is now on.
One left.
Quantum drive is now off.
Game decoupled. Zero throttle. Scanning.
Engines offline. Shields online.
That looks like an Anvil C1.
Engines online.
Sorry, no, that's a Crusader C1, which is a small multi-role fighter.
Okay. Target destroyed.
So we've got another F7. It's a Mark 1, judging by his engine inlets. And as everyone knows, switch to scan mode while you're in a dogfight. It's a Ghost, Mark 1.
Target destroyed.
And now I've made him honest to his word. He is a ghost. Okay, let's find the last target. Without hitting any of these rocks. Objective complete. Go to the asteroid cluster to find the target. And where is the target? I think this mission might be bugged.
Shields offline.
Had this happen last night where we came in, went to the objective, and the enemy, the main target, target just didn't spawn in. We killed all the ads, all the additional targets, but the main one didn't show up. And so we're gonna have no choice but to abandon that mission and grab another one.
Drive is now on.
All right, one more. One more and we can retire. Sitting on 10 million creds.
Quantum drive is now off. Okay.
Okay, we have contact somewhere. I don't see anything. Nothing on radar.
Shields online.
1 kilometer. Holy crap. They came in fast.
Shields hit.
We've got these guys in luxury ships, basically the space Lexus. All flash, no dash. Yeah, it's a pretty ship. It's just not very well armed.
Target destroyed.
Fast, but you know, they die fast too.
Target destroyed.
Okay, 2 down. Main target dead ahead. Let's get around that asteroid.
Okay.
Contact. It clicks out. It's an Aegis Vanguard. What variant? There's 3 or 4 of those ships. They all have a different loadout. Decouple, shut off engines.
Online.
Scanning. It's a Sentinel. I believe he has a size 5 Gatling on the front.
Engines online. Shields hit.
Still doing good. He's got no shields. Come on, weapons.
Target destroyed.
Yes.
Shields
Alright, we should be at 10 million now. 10,022,168 credits. Okay. Back to obituary, repair, refuel.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum fuel is at 75%. Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now on.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get the head tracking working regularly. It kind of picks and chooses when it's going to work. I've got to run
Quantum drive.
2 different apps in conjunction with another, and they don't always play friends. Tonight it said that it couldn't detect any settings, or that the settings had been changed. Please reconfigure. And I tried, and I tried, and I tried, and they just wouldn't detect the camera. But my streaming software detects the camera, so I know the camera's obviously got to be working, but that head tracking software, like I say, it's just the 2 programs working side by side don't play nicely a lot of the time. Oh, there's that debris from that ship from earlier.
Landing gear deployed. Landing.
All right. Restock. I didn't even fire any missiles. How are we restocking?
Quantum fuel is at 100%.
Maybe countermeasures? I didn't think I used any, but maybe I did.
Engines
Right, engine
offline.
secured.
Engines offline.
Systems offline. Yeah, that's good enough.
Welcome to the ASOS vehicle. Your vehicle has been re-exhibited again. Bye.
And drink our little space Gatorade, our Spacerade. Gotta stay hydrated when you're sweating it with all those enemy fighters in space. Make sure we put our helmet back on. And we are going to go ahead and log out here. And that'll do it for tonight, but we'll be back. Have a good night, everyone, and stay safe. No drinking and driving or flying.